Hey, Picklers. Today I want to talk about the third shot or the long dink. Most pickleball players at some point in their game want to learn how to hit a third shot and sometimes have difficulty learning how to hit the third shot. We're going to work on a drill today that'll help you master the third shot or the long dink, and we're going to basically break it down for you in a way that I think it'll help you greatly improve your third shot and long dink. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is Tony and I are just going to warm up like you would normally. So we're just going to have a few dinks up here, a few nice little friendly dinks here. Almost missed that one, but I didn't. There we go. Just a little bit of dinking here. Okay, so now we've dinked a little bit, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my third shot. So I'll give Tony the ball, and I'm going to go practice my third shots. And this is what everybody does. They come all the way back here, and I started my third shots, and that was okay. And then, that's not good. Let's see. Let's try a couple more, Tony. So I come straight back here to hit my third shots. A little windier coming across here. Let's see here. Oh, that's no good, man. And so what happens is I come back here and I start hitting third shots from here, and then I get frustrated because I can't hit my third shots. I went from hitting dinks to hitting third shots. What we want to do instead is, Tony and I are going to start dinking again. Go ahead. So we're just going to dink up here, nice and gentle up here in the kitchen. Real simple dinks, right? All I'm trying to do is get it in the kitchen. Okay, I feel pretty good about it. I want to take a step back now. I'm going to dink from here. I missed that one, right? So now I gotta get my bearings from this spot. So I'm going to come back here. And all I'm trying to do is just drop them in the kitchen. Nothing fancy. I'm just trying to drop them in the kitchen. Nothing crazy. Just drop them in the kitchen, right? Okay, once I get 3 or 4 of these, now I can take another step back. And now I'm here, and I drop them in the kitchen, right? And then I start getting my rhythm, right, from inside out. So I'm going from the inside to the back here. I was a little deep, so I'm going to stay here one more time. There you go. Got it out of the air if I have to. That's fine. I can practice those too. Missed that one. That's fine. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go back to the same spot again and hit a few from here. This is the way, guys, that the IPTPA teaches you to learn how to hit third shots. It's a really effective technique. So I'm good here. Now I take a step back, and I'm here now. So now the question is, can I hit some balls from this spot here? I'm trying to hit a few from here just to get my range going. A little short, right? Because I was just hitting it from here. So now I got to make an adjustment. And the reason the IPTPA uses this technique is it's proven to help you with your third shot and mastering a third shot. So now I hit a few from here, right? So I got them in. Okay, that's good. Now I can come back. Now I'm here. Now I should be able to adjust my range better. From here, I should be able to, a little short on that one. Again, I'm making adjustments, but they're smaller adjustments that I have to make. I threw that one back here like I threw this one, instead of throwing it a little bit farther, which is what I should have done. But from back here, now I'm dropping them in. Now let's say that we're doing this. The other thing I can do, before I do that, the other thing I can do is I can come in a little bit, because remember, I'm trying to work my way in a game, right? So now I can work my way in and work my way in and work my way up to the no volley zone line. But another thing you can do, so let's say I started from here again. I start from here with Tony, and we're doing just some real nice dinking up here in the kitchen, right? And so, okay, I feel good. Now I come here, and I'm dropping these in, and these feel pretty good, right? So I'm dropping these in. Those feel okay to me. Okay, so I'm dropping these in okay. A little short on that one. So, but let's say that I got this one down. So now I come back here. So I'm here. And let's say I'm back here and I hit one. Okay, that didn't work out. And let's see, I hit another one here. Let's see. So I hit another one. That's not good, right? So if I hit 2 or 3 not good there, what I should do then, thank you. What I should do then is, if I'm here and I'm missing, come back in one. Now I come here. Reestablish this position, right? And reestablish this position here. So I'm basically going to hit some third shots from here, or some drops from here, I should say, right? And in a minute, I'm going to explain to you why we call it the long dink now instead of the third shot. Calling it the third shot can get confusing. So I hit those, now I step back. And then I'm basically going to work my way. I'm going to work my way back to the baseline again. The shot immediately following the return of serve is called the third shot drop, or that's what it's always been called. So you have the serve, you have the return, and then the third shot is the third shot drop. The problem with calling it the third shot drop, though, is that it sometimes creates this expectation that upon hitting the third shot drop, that's the magical moment when everybody moves forward. The IPTPA has adopted the term long dink for what has historically been called the third shot. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is the third shot is really nothing other than a dink. It's the same thing as a dink that's hit from the no volley zone line, or up in the kitchen, if you will. It's exactly the same shot. The only difference is how far you throw it. So it really is nothing other than a dink that's just longer than the dink from the no volley zone line. And actually, if you think of every other shot between the no volley zone line and the baseline, or the back of the court, all of those shots are nothing but dinks and longer and longer and longer dinks until you have the longest dink, which is the third shot hit from behind. So basically, if you think about it like this, if these players were up here dinking with each other, right? So these players up here doing the traditional dink. If I take this player back like this shot here, if this player is trying to hit an unattackable ball to neutralize the advantage that this team has, what they're going to hit is a dink, basically. They go from here to here. Now I take the players back to the baseline, and let's go through a traditional point. So I have a serve, I have a return. This player has moved up, hopefully up to the no volley zone line, and this player is going to execute a dink into the kitchen, or into the no volley zone here. So this player is going to execute a long dink from here to here, which again historically was called the third shot drop, but now is more and more being called the long dink. The second reason to call it the long dink is so that we don't get so caught up on the number of the shot. In other words, let's go back to the situation where I have a serve, I have a return, and I have this player has moved up. So right now we're on the third shot, right? So I'm on the third shot. Let's assume that this team hits it too high. So this gentleman's trying to hit the third shot, this player is. He hits it too high, so he's hitting it up in this zone here, meaning that this player can now attack it. Ideally, this team should not move in on a high ball and get attacked. This team should remain back. And so now this player is going to slam it. Let's say this player slams it here. So now the slam would have been the fourth shot. This shot now becomes the fifth shot. Now let's say that this player executes a reasonably decent neutralizing shot. It's not a perfect third shot or dink. And so it's a ball that's coming in here, but it's a ball that this player can volley. But this team believes that the ball's in a position where they can move in a little bit. So this team now moves up a little bit like this. This player now volleys it into here. Okay? So now that would be the sixth shot, the volley. Now this team's going to be hitting the seventh shot. The point is that on the third, the fifth, the seventh, you can keep on going, 9th, 11th, etc. As long as this team is trying to neutralize the advantage of this team, then this team is hitting what are essentially dinks. They're just longer dinks than the traditional dink that we think about, which is a shot like this. They're just hitting the same shot from a little bit farther away, but getting caught up on the terminology of it being a third, a fifth, or a seventh shot isn't really helpful. What's helpful is for this team to think, I need to neutralize, I need to be continue hitting long dinks. What you don't want to do is, you've hit the third shot, and let's say it's an unsuccessful neutralizing shot. So the third shot is hit, it's a little bit high. This team believes, because it's a third shot, that they need to come in, they need to do a mad dash up to the no volley zone line, resulting in an easy put away for this team, ending the point. You're better off having the mentality of, if you need to, taking a few shots to move up, the third, the fifth, the seventh, to make it up here is perfectly fine. There's no rush in pickleball. So you get up here on the seventh, that's perfectly fine. Having the mentality of a long dink should help that. But the idea is to work your way from inside out. Again, the IPTPA technique, it's a super effective technique. It's been proven to work. Start from here, take a step, hit some here, take a step, all the way back to the baseline. Do not dink and then go straight from the dink all the way to the baseline and expect to hit good third shots. Next time you're out there, give this a try.